They're burning the bodies. So, much like the plague, they're burning the bodies, which is actually a terrible idea in most cases when it comes to like diseases, because they can actually become airborne and then you can breathe them in and it just makes more people sick. But it also changes based on what disease it is and everything else. A lot more information than I'm able to give because I am no expert in anything. Alright. So, who is this? Ah, it's them.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Vigilance. Alright, so yeah,
I
we
need to
can
be
ask
going.
him all the same questions as the
Goodbye,
other
Excellency.
one.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Wait, is this the barracks right here? Oh, hell yeah.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the Quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Nice. So that completed a quest, but didn't give me any experience? What the heck, man? I'm over here busting. Talk to Coin Guard, Barracks, Quartermaster, New Serene. That's why I can't find it. I'm not even in the correct zone for it. Completing quests in GreedFall. A quest can usually be completed in several different ways. Desarde has more than one string in his bow. Cunning, persuasion, intuition, corruption, creations from the crafting table will be some of the means available to reach your goals. To improve in these areas, spend points in the corresponding talent tree or wear equipment that offers bonuses. Threats in combat are also options when your enemies are not receptive to your talents. In other words, if you can't be his silver tongue, blow their shit up or kill them.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I want to talk about Cabin Boy. Ask him about the kidnapping.
I'm looking for a Naut, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Ask about the Malcor tier for D.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
I'm gonna see if I can fix it.
That's not a small sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
Our father is dead.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Alright. Ooh, hello. Give me your coins. I literally just stole that man's money right in front of him. Alright, so we're gonna come over here. Craftsmanship allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You'll need knowledge to be able to use the crafting table to obtain it. Spend points in desired talents. Use certain pieces of equipment or companions that can give you a bonus. Each talent point will unlock new recipes. You'll also need ingredients, which you can buy and find while exploring. So, we're going to tab over to metal dowels. I'm not sure how many I need. Heretic Hunt, Charlatan. Whoop. I need 4. I need 4, and I only have 3. Ah. Alright, so I need to find another metal piece. Am I able to, like, break stuff down? So this is the upgraded feature that you can take a look at. There's a whole bunch of different types of armor that give you certain different bonuses and stuff. Some of the like, look at this. It gives you 12 additional armor and 24 additional balance. You have something that gives you 8 additional armor and 16 additional balance. So there's a lot of stuff in this game, a lot of ways to customize your own stuff. It's really awesome. But we have an unfortunate situation of I'm missing a crude iron ore. Ugh.
Citizens of Serene, come to me. You'll find all you need in our collection.
Can I buy crude metal from you?
It's such a pleasure. Have you seen anything?
Please tell me that I can. Balance, ando, armor, ammo, refine art, crude iron. Nice.
Thank you
Go.
for your visit. See you soon. Come closer now.
Alright, so now we can make the final one. So, instead of giving him money, I literally spent 1 gold instead, and I'm gonna be able to complete this. I already know where Constantine is, but this is literally just gonna be experience.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
Nope. That'll be
I
it.
need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
So that basically completes his. I'm going to scour through his building real quick, because I don't remember if there's anything here. Hey, look, something's here. I got some crude iron. Oh my goodness. I got dowels and crude iron just right there. That's a bar door. Can't go through. Ooh, we got stuff over here, though. Pick up one of these. Innkeeper storeroom. Nice. Is this a storeroom? Antidote and some coin. It's fine. Ooh, something I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a health potion in the up slot. Kick. Furious attack is left trigger. I need to remember to do the Furious attack more often because it's actually really decent damage. Is this a story? Hello. Letter from Alchemist of Al-Sad. I'm genuinely sorry to learn that you have not found the peace you were hoping for in Serene. Since your departure from the academy, the situation has been deplorable. Those you have accused are now behaving as if the rules did not apply to them, regularly performing questionable experiments, and there's nothing the rest of us can do apart from keeping a low profile. I sincerely hope that you'll eventually find some place where you can be at peace, your friend. Got a kitchen. Pretty nice and fancy kitchen, too. Yeah, let's lockpick it. I know I got the key, but lockpicking is just so much more fun. Got some more coin, innkeeper key, keys to service store in the tavern. Serene. More metal dowels. I literally could have finished the quest without even making anything. I do not have lockpicking level 2, so I do need to use the key for this one. Abandoned letter. I hope you will be given this letter when you finally return from Al-Sad, provided that there's someone still alive here to give it to you. I can barely see anymore and it's difficult to write. I'm sorry, my child. I can't leave you. Can't leave you much. The looters are sure to have wrecked our beautiful bookstore by now, but they might not have found the chest I hid in our house. Take care of yourself, my son, and if the money enables you to, flee to this magic island, which is said to be completely free of evil. Your loving father.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a naught that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Confront the kidnappers. Hello, what am I looking at?
To my help! And to the others!
Uh-oh.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
There we go, twofer. Oh, come on, Kurt. I thought you were meant to be better than me, but yet here I am getting twofers and you're having issues with a single? Come on, Kurt. You're better than this. Confront the kidnappers.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Sir Fontaine. Fontoon. Pontoon.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going. Farewell.
Okay. Learn more about the knot contracts. Okay, so now we actually have to go to the captain of the ship in order to learn about the contracts and pacts of the knots.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin.
So we'll be off in an hour.
As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Yeah,
Have
we
no
can do
fear.
Phasmophobia.
I'll bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Inquire about Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that
Yeah,
her
no
son
problem, man.
was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Naughts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. And we are his only family.
Ask about
Have you seen
heretics.
anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Talk to
A
him
couple of
openly.
heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Naughts have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
He's basically saying, like, yeah, you can look for them, but you can't look for them as yourself.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
Actually about the contracts between Knots and Fontaine.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her.
Fontaine.
That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Naughts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Naughts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Naughts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Ooh, hello, what's this? Note to the attention of the servant. I would like to prepare several meals and bring them to the warehouse we own on the canal. My husband will have to work there with his clerk and his men for a few days, so make sure that there's enough food for everyone and be discreet. We do not want other families to know about what is
This
happening.
document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
In a moment. I still want to confront her.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
Karen. I mean, to be fair, we're in her house, so never mind. You're just a car at this point. Oop, here we go. Open the door.
Here we are.
Open
Be
sesame.
careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
I think they said something about it being downstairs, so I'm going to check upstairs first. Never mind, we're going back downstairs.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Oh, Tom, time to reason with him.
You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
As if you would know what it is like to be a parent. You are far too young to understand the way we feel.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Nauts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Nauts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Yeah, sir, you kind of fucked up. What's over here? Oh, a way to hop over a wall. We got some randomly placed guards. That's weird. Kurt just came flying through the roof. Ooh, we got some frame loss, but all right. embroidered doublet, old reinforced gloves, bleh. I can literally just break in. Boy! You got anything in here? No, just boy.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seemed so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Jonas is now free.